Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Wrestling Challenge review series going forward. This is the Halloween 1993 edition. Not necessarily much to worry about, not necessarily much to write home about, but still here nonetheless. We move forward into the latter part of 1993, obviously, Halloween. And so, they're plugging the Randy Savage Crush Summit on Raw from a couple of weeks prior. They're basically plugging Mr. Fuji coming out for that, and that's a pretty big deal. Then they move into the continuation of that foray. Razor Ramon is also here as a guest on the King's Court, in which he discusses IRS and his match at Survivor Series, featuring his highlights, featuring his friends and such. Highlights of the Savage Crush thing, as we mentioned before, and also including a special report segment featuring, focusing on Survivor Series match between the All-American and Foreign Fanatics. Also features a vignette of Ray Combs regarding the Family Feud match at the Survivor Series, also including the announcements of the Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag team deal there, and the Rock and Roll Express and their defense against the Heavenly Bodies at the Survivor Series, featuring a vignette of Rick Martel playing in the Royal Rumble Sega Genesis game, including the final appearance of ring announcer Mike McGurk on this program. We open with the Marty Jannetty defeating Tony DeVito in 3 minutes, flying fist drop, arm drags, hip tosses, and a series of drop kicks, followed also by that top rope fist drop. Jannetty really kind of lost here in 1993. Not that he's doing any bad work or anything like that. He's not. But at the same time, there's nothing that he's doing that can't be done by somebody else at the time either. The Head Shrinkers with Alpha defeating Ralph Macchia and Barry Horowitz, 243. When Fatu pinned Marchia with the top rope splash. Basic maneuver there, nothing too terribly, over the top to worry about. Obviously, the Head Shrinkers are still a major force here in the WWF for about another, year-ish? Something like that. Alpha there kind of highlighting his previous generational stuff, still on the road with his team, and punch kick, very basic maneuvers. Samu and Fatu. Of course, Fatu eventually becoming Rikishi. Some big top rope splashes and all of that. We go to the event center. Joe Fowler trying to get us to care about the upcoming Nassau Coliseum show on this particular edition. The Quebecers and the Steiners going to go at it again. Quebecers also in Men on a Mission, talked about here. And then IRS is out. He is obviously talking about people cheating on their taxes and everything associated with that. The IRS gimmick doesn't age terribly well. I mean, a tax man, I guess it makes some sense with Vince's issues over the years, but still, dang, it's pretty major thing there, and ultimately kind of getting things going in that general direction there. We then managed to hit a series of basic maneuvers there, and Gino, I think it's Gino Caruso. Let's just take a peek here at my notes really quickly. The IRS match is obviously one-sided. Phil Apollo 105 right off. Probably a short match, maybe a couple of takeovers and like that, and then that flying lariat right off there is the deal. Men on a Mission with Oscar defeating the Quebecers Johnny Polo via countout around the 8-minute mark after Mabel hits Jacques with a leg drop on the floor. That is the main focus of the match. Obviously, doing the, I guess you'd say, false sweeps, kind of, sort of. An okay match. Nothing. I mean, good for the time period, but obviously Men on a Mission was never going to be over at the level they wanted them to be, and also the Quebecers needed more to work with than Men on a Mission. Obviously, the Razor Ramon thing in the King's Court could have easily led to a Jerry Lawler and Razor Ramon feud, which I think would have been interesting in and of itself. Also, Owen Hart has a enhancement match here with Mike Bell. Hart hits the top rope dropkick and the Northern Light suplex. He fights from underneath, and there's a good bit of continuation there. And then the Quebecers, and as mentioned, and they're the tag team champions. Non-title match here. Mo, pretty dominant of Quebec Jacques early. Johnny Polo getting into the foray as well, wanting a little bit of extra drama. They go into through a commercial break, which proves that they were doing that dumb stuff all the way back in 1993. Quebecers break down on Mo because, well, Mabel is obviously the larger guy and gonna come in to clean house. He hits a weird backdrop on Pierre midway through, and eventually the leg drop on the outside for Mabel and gets him a countout victory. Scott Hall talks about, or aka Razor Ramon talks about facing Diesel for the Intercontinental Championship at the upcoming Nassau Coliseum show, and that will close us out for this particular edition. We'll be back with more right after this.